The beauty of working from home is you have a lot more flexibility. One, you don't need to commute. Two, you can actually do these things that like you couldn't do in between. Like maybe I should walk the dog. Maybe I should have breakfast with my kids or lunch with my kids or like whatever it is. But because most companies stuck to that like model that like used to exist when everybody's in the office, like I think a lot of people ended up in way longer work hours than before because there was no like natural like boundary between like work and home. People ended up in way too many meetings, right? Like, and I think that's still the case. Like Zoom, like usage went through the roof throughout the pandemic, and it's because every single like interaction was like, basically replaced by let's do a Zoom meeting or the like knocking like Slack notification sound, which is hey Alex, like what are you doing, right? Like, and all of that stuff I think is super disruptive. So one of the things we're also trying to do with Rock is we're really trying to make it easier for people to switch to a more asynchronous first way of working, right? So asynchronous by default. So instead of sending a like chat message, which is kind of disruptive, or instead of like setting up a Zoom meeting, which is kind of disruptive, we're really trying to move most collaboration into an asynchronous mode, right? So instead of doing like a meeting or like like an instant message, right? Maybe you should create a task, and the task has all the details around like what the actual thing is that like that needs to happen, and then you add a comment to it, and then you assign it to somebody, and like when they see it, when they wake up in the morning, they just see all the tasks with all the comments, and it's like super structured, super organized, so they can get to it in their own time, right? And like work becomes more like a relay race where it's like you work on something, you hand it off, and then somebody picks it up when they pick it up, and then you move on to other things. And like as a result, by doing that, you have way less meetings, you have way less disruptions, you can have a lot of flexibility around like how you plan your day. Plus you get a lot more like deep work time, right? Like actual focus time to get work done, as opposed to going from meeting to meeting to meeting.